Welcome to the Shades and welcome to a brand new video. And so today we're talking about the Liverpool-Chelsea match yesterday night. And well, the Super Cup almost lived up to the expectations. We almost won it. The smarter guys will understand what I mean when I say that I was very happy uh, seeing that Chelsea, the way Chelsea played. For the rest, I would really like to tell you how I was very happy after the match. Though Chelsea did not win it, Liverpool won it. Why am I happy? Because the performance. We expected the worst. A lot of Chelsea fans expected the worst after the Manchester United match, after losing 4-0 to them. And this Liverpool side is way better than that Manchester United side. We all know that the way Liverpool has been playing over the last one season, 1 year or so, winning the Champions League and all. I mean, it looked like it could be a Herculean task for Chelsea to get anything. I mean, I was fearing the worst. Like if you remember last season when we went to Etihad against Man City and conceded 4 goals in the first 30 minutes, and I felt like if we concede a goal, and that's what happens when you're playing big teams, and we ourselves have seen it, that when we score a goal initially at the start of a match, of a big match, we tend to go ahead and win that match. And I was expecting that that's what happened with Man United. They scored a goal early in the first 20 minutes, and that led to them building into winning that match. And though we played better, but they won the match. So in Liverpool against Liverpool also, I was thinking that is what if a Salah or Firmino or someone one of their players go out there and nick a simple goal. One of our defenders make a silly mistake. Not that our defenders are bad. It's just that once in a while, even the best of players, if you remember, John Terry missed a penalty into the 2008 Champions League final. I mean, so the world's greatest of defenders, world's best players, are legends of Chelsea, can also make mistakes. So we cannot just say that one player is not good enough just because of one match he had a bad game. So I'm just I was expecting that if one of these guys, make a silly mistake, or some of them are inexperienced, they are bound to make mistakes. It's quite natural. Even the experienced players, even David Luiz, for example, is to make so many mistakes almost every other game. So you know that if that's going to happen, that could cost Chelsea. I mean, an early goal could really cost Chelsea, and we could end up losing 3-0, 4-0, just the way we did to Manchester United. So I was fearing the worst. But what happened was amazing, and that's the happiness comes from. Though we lost, though we could not get the European League Super Cup, doesn't really matter actually in that sense, but the performance does. I've always stated one thing, that even if we finish 10th in a league, I'm pretty sure after yesterday it doesn't look like we will do that, but in case we finish 10th hypothetically, one thing is for sure, that is that it will show up how you're improving, how your performance is. Maybe my performance is good, my dedication, my interest is good. Maybe at this level, with the kind of players that we have, we maybe not be able to compete with the top 4, top 5. But our intent, our dedication level is at the highest level. We know that we are giving our best, and it doesn't matter even if we are 8th or 10th. Today we are 8th or 10th, tomorrow we'll be number 1. That is what has to be in the mindset. So I was very happy with the performance. I've always been excuse me. I was always been very happy with the performance part, that if we are performing well, in terms of if we are showing that we are taking the initiative, and we are taking that up to our opponent team, that we are doing a good job, we are playing well. Like in Man United, we conceded 4 goals, but the way we played, it showed that we are in a position where we are building up on it. So come maybe next season, or in a couple of seasons time, we'll be up there with the likes of Man City, the Real Madrids, the Barcelonas, the Juventus. Again, we will be at the top. So I'm very happy with the way Chelsea played, in terms of the way our team was. I was very surprised initially when I see that Chelsea was 1 up with the Giroud goal. So the character that's shown by the players, the manager, that really showed up. Now we have to build on it. We have 2-3 very important matches before the international break. We have Leicester, we have Norwich, I think we have Brighton. So if these 3 matches we win, early days are easy to say, to win. It will not be so easy to win actually, unless we actually do it on there. Obviously on paper it's a very different stage. But if we can win, most people will not remember the fact that we lost 4-0 to Manchester United. So yeah, coming back to the match, Liverpool much better side than Manchester United at this moment. They have one season there for the last one season, the last 12 months. They're having an amazing time winning the Champions League. The players they have, I mean, they did not even go for a proper signing, except that goalkeeper who actually saved the Tammy Abraham penalty kick. I mean, they had not a proper signing just because I don't think they need any players, and that's what might have been the reason why Klopp did not sign anyone. And so, seeing that, I mean, if we have so many good quality players who are performing so well, you know this team is very good, and you don't want to make any mistakes, don't want to take bad, errors. And Chelsea did the right thing, taking the game positively, playing well. Pulisic played. Mason Mount had a good game. Pedro had a very good game. For me, I think Pedro was really up there, playing very well. Jorginho, no need to talk about it. He's really coming up age, and it will be great for Chelsea to perform well, because now that we have lost Hazard, we don't want to lose the likes of Kante and Jorginho. If we don't perform well as a team, that's something to think about. Obviously, it's the start of the season, we will have our time, but something we'll think about that, in the future, if we don't perform well, if our team doesn't do well, in a long run, obviously, we might see world-class players that we have, the likes of Jorginho and Kante, might be leaving. You never know. If Hazard left, you never know, these guys might also leave. So that's also a reason why we have to perform well. But otherwise, I think Chelsea did very well, stopping this Liverpool side in a draw, 120 minutes, 2-2, where it could have been 4-0. I mean, after the weekend's match, it was like a lot of Chelsea fans, including myself, we were like, I don't know how it's gonna go over there in Istanbul, but it went really well. I mean, even the loss in penalties doesn't really matter. We won in terms of the kind of commitment showed by the players. I see they still have a couple of concerns overall. I had the one concern of Batshuayi. Now, last season I was pitching in for Higuain, and obviously he's not with us anymore. Meaning that he has been to Juventus, nothing else. So he's not with Chelsea Football Club at this moment. But that's why I want to see him play. I'm not sure what, for other teams he has played. For Crystal Palace in the matter, he hasn't scored goals for Crystal Palace. So I'm not sure why. Hopefully, again, it's the start of the season. So hopefully I'm expecting him to get some time around. Because, and I've seen this, like it happened with Chelsea. I'm pretty sure it happens with other clubs as well. When you need to have a match, and suddenly you see there are lots of reports coming in the tabloids, in the news, in the social media. And yesterday it happened the same thing. Suddenly one of our players who is unsettled, who is not getting match time, suddenly there is a news coming up that Batshuayi for AS Roma, and that AS Roma is like looking for his signing, maybe on a loan and then a permanent transfer. I mean, all this news comes in only when you have a match coming up. Today there is no such news. Tomorrow there will be no such news. But today yesterday there was a big news just before the match. I don't know who comes up with these media people I don't know who these people are, and these are really irritating. I think for Chelsea, with the transfer ban, we cannot go the full length of the season with just Tammy Abraham and Giroud. So I'm not sure what Frank is thinking, but I'm pretty sure he will be thinking of keeping Michy Batshuayi. For me, Michy Batshuayi is the number one striker for Chelsea. I know there has been a lot of importance given to Tammy Abraham, but you have to understand he has done it before with Swansea and it didn't work out for him. Also, he's very young. We have a host of very young players. We cannot expect them to do well every day. I mean, we cannot expect our experienced players, even the likes of Didier Drogba and Eden Hazard and Frank Lampard and John Terry, the real legends of Chelsea. They would have also had it tough day in, day out if they had to perform at the top of the level. They did, and these guys did, but still, you cannot expect them to not do any mistakes. I mean, remember, Drogba made so many mistakes, yet we won the Champions League. In that match also, he made mistakes. We got Bayern got the penalty, but then obviously he being Didier Drogba. So players are bound to make mistakes. David Luiz, so many mistakes. Almost every match he's going to go off to sleep in the match. So players are going to make mistakes. But so the young players who are the inexperienced ones, the Hudson-Odois, Mason Mount, Tomori had a good game yesterday, but even he being young, as and when Reece James comes in, they are bound to make mistakes. So we cannot just tell them to go out and play. We cannot tell Tammy Abraham to play every match. Obviously, Giroud started yesterday, and he is Mr. Europa. He scored a goal again. A great thing, but We have to look into it. Frank needs to look into it that we maybe some way utilize Michi Batshuayi. The weekend match against Leicester coming up. We'll make a separate video on that over the weekend. But the Leicester match is a good time at home to give him a chance, because we're going to play our third match over 8 days now. Last Sunday we played Manchester United, Wednesday Liverpool in the Super Cup, and then Leicester the coming Sunday. So we don't want that to happen. We don't want that to happen again. Players. It looked like the players were pretty tired yesterday, and 120 minutes. So I do want to see some of the younger, some of the new boys playing in. Maybe Batshuayi coming in. Some fresh legs. I'm not sure how many will be fit. Will Rudiger will be fit or not? I'll make a video on that separately. But yes, it will be interesting to see if some of these guys can get a chance. Batshuayi getting a chance, I think he will do well. I'm not sure why there is a sort of a negativity that he might do well, because we need to hold on to him as well, because we need these three strikers. We will have Champions League coming up from September. We have almost 2 matches a week, and we cannot go the entire length of the season with just Tammy Abraham and Olivier Giroud. So I'm pretty sure Frank will have some ideas and will think of utilizing Michi Batshuayi. Now, so that's what my case is. I'm coming up to Pulisic also. Pulisic had a good game. Again, he's only 20 years old. Just because he's been brought in as a replacement, obviously nobody can replace Eden Hazard. We cannot expect him to go out there and play well. We need to nurture this talent. We need to, get the best out of them. It will take some time. So I came across a lot of people who were saying Pulisic needs to show his colors, but it's not so easy. I mean, he just got in. You have to give him time to settle in. So I'm pretty sure they will come good, but we need to do a little bit. Obviously, a good number of players are injured. Hopefully, Rudiger will come back in sooner than later. But we really want to see that we don't expect too much from our young guns. They're doing a great job itself. But I do want to see Frank changing a little bit in the striker zone. Maybe Tammy plays, but at the same time giving Batshuayi a chance. I do believe that Batshuayi can come in and make a difference. We hope that he gets a chance against Leicester. We hope that something comes up, he scores a goal, and I'm proven right. Excuse me for the back throat. I've been having a bad throat from yesterday. So anyways, as usual, I was very happy. I started off the video as I stated, was very happy with the result. We can take it. It was like our first step, and as the season progresses, we can take this forward. At this moment, it doesn't look like that we are a team which might be struggling to finish in the top 6. The way we played yesterday, it looked like we can be a team which can go out there and perform, and maybe there will be odd days when things will not work for us, but there will be days when we will do well. I am hoping that we can take all the positives from yesterday's night's football match and carry it for the next 9 months, and hopefully we build on something, both in the Premier League, also in the Champions League. I know in Champions League it's very tough, but even at least make it to some way in the Champions League. But obviously main thing is the Premier League. I think there's a lot of positives. I think that there is, being a Chelsea fan is to be we are in a much better place right now. Very happy in the sense that there is a positive chance that we can be somewhere in this league. We might not end up 8th or 10th. There is a positive chance that if we carry on this momentum, obviously the positivity, there is a chance we might finish. There is small, but there is a chance of finishing in the top 4. Hopefully we will do that. I really hope we will do that. But guys, let me know what you guys think. I'll make a video over the weekend for the Leicester match. You guys let me know what you guys think about the recent performance yesterday, and how do you think the future holds for Chelsea this season. Do you think we will make it to the top 4? Do you think this team is good enough that when the new injured guys come back, they will make a difference? Keep it coming in the comment section as always. So keep it coming. Till next time. Ciao.